So we have discussing about systems. Okay, what is systems and what are the classification of systems? I have given the total 6 types of classification of systems in your previous class. So I have already discussed about what is called linear systems and non-linear systems. I've said that a system is said to be linear when it satisfies the superposition principle. That is, additivity and homogeneity principle it should satisfy. Then only that system is said to be a linear systems. Otherwise, the systems are non-linear. So similarly, yesterday I have already give some numerical also in case of linear and non-linear systems. Today we'll discuss about second classification of system, that is time variant and time invariant. Time variant and time invariant system. Time variant and time invariant systems. Okay. First of all, I will give the definition of time invariant. Okay. Time invariant. A system is said to be time invariant when its input and output characteristics does not change with vary with time. Okay. If we shift the time in a input side, that quantity of shifting should be seen at the output of the system also. Then those systems are called time invariant systems. So what I'm saying, a system is said to be, write the definition, a system is said to be, a system is said to be time invariant a system is said to be time invariant if its input and output characteristics does not vary, okay, does not change or vary with time. So what is the definition? A system is said to be time invariant when its input and output characteristics does not vary with time. What it mean, if a system is given like this is a system S, okay, if some signal xt is there and system, the output of the system is yt. I think you know the system. I have given the definition also. System means it's some do operation on input signal and produce some output signal. That is called, that process or that system, or that architecture is called the system. Okay. So what time invariant system says, in the same system, if we do the input signal delayed by k, then output should be delayed by k. If this characteristic is shown by a system, then those systems are called time invariant. Okay. Then what is the definition of time variant? You just write from the above definition only. In time variant system, a system is said to be time variant if its input and output characteristics vary with time. Okay. So you write the definition that a system is said to be time variant if its input and output characteristics vary with time. Vary with time. Okay. Means these characteristics, they will not follow. Means if we shift the input, the output may not shift with the same quantity. Okay, it may give some different waveform or different characteristics. Here their characteristics is same, just a shift portion of the output. if we shift the input. That thing you should remember. You should take the concept like this. Okay. Time invariant means the output does not change with vary with time. So can you proceed to next page?
Yes, sir.
So take some problem, then your concept will be clear. Based on this time variant and time invariant concept, examine the following systems are time variant or time invariant. So first problem, let me give as yt equal to x2t. Second problem is yt equal to x t square. Third problem is yt equal to ax yt equal to txt. So what I'm saying here, if you look the equation, first equation, yt equal to x 2t. Here you should think this x t as the input and yt as output. But what system does? System compress the signal. What I'm saying, this system, this equation replicate or shows the system like a compressed signal. If xt is there, then what will be the output? System does it make the it produce the output as x twice t. It compresses the signal, and this x twice t is nothing but yt. That thing you should know. So how will we can check whether this is time variant or time invariant? We have to check two things. I have already said, if we shift the input by some quantity, that shifting quantity should be seen in the output side also. So first you do this problem by taking input shift. Okay, as I check linearity by checking first additivity principal property, then I will check we have check the homogeneity. Okay, then we say that that system is linear or not. Like that, to examine whether a system is time variant or time invariant, we'll check first time input shift. We'll shift the input first. So if the same system is there, okay, if we shift the signal, if xt, if we shift the system by k times, what will be the output? What will be the, we shift the input x minus x t minus k. The output will be twice t minus k. This input has shifted by k times. Here xt also input. The input is shifted by k times. Okay, this is nothing but, you can write as y1t, or you make it equation 1. Okay, I have said I have done this input shift. Now we'll check what output shift. With the same system, we give the output as the input, and not only output, shifted version of the output as the input. Then what will be the output? What will be the output? Can anybody say? In terms of x, we have to write this in terms of x. So here, then when you write the output shifting, no, then you have to see the equation. Then you can able to solve, or your concept will be clear. You see the question or problem that here, if here t is there, then at output twice t will be there. Okay, if here we replace this t by t minus k, then what will be the these things t? Then t will be t minus k. then right is twice t minus twice k. Okay, this is two number. So by looking 1 and 2, comparing 1 and 2, we have seen that these are not equal. One is minus k, other one is minus twice k is there. So both the equation is not equal. That's why the given system is time variant. Is it clear? Any problem? Any doubt? Can I proceed to next page to do the second problem?
1 minute, sir.
Here we have to check this input shift. We have to shift input first, and what will be the output in terms of x, that you have to think. Here, if we shift the k, then in the input side, k quantity has to be shifted. But when you check the output shifting, you have to look at the problem. Then you can put easily. Here t is there, here t is there. Okay, the x side. If we replace this t by t minus k, then at the right side also we have to replace this t by t minus k. Okay, and ultimately we get this second equation, and then we have to compare 1 and 2, and we'll justify whether these two are equal or not. If those are not equal, then we'll say this system is time variant. Okay. Let me do second one. I think it's over.
Yes, sir. Over.
So go to the second problem. Yt equal to x of t square. Okay. Similarly, you should do input shift first. Input shift. If you shift the input to a system x t minus k, then this input will shift by x t square minus k. Okay. Give it as 1. If we shift the output shift by same quantity in the same system y t minus k. When you come to the output shifting, you should compare with the problem. Here t is there, here t square is there. If you replace y in yt by t minus k, then in the right hand side x will be what? T minus k whole square. Okay, it is t square plus k square minus twice kt. 2. By looking 1 and 2, by comparing 1 and 2, we can say these two are not equal. That's why the given system is time variant. Okay. You do for a third problem by your own, and let me know whether it is time variant or time invariant. Third problem is yt equal to ax of t plus b. Do by your own. Let me know whether this is time variant or time invariant. Using this concept, you have to shift first k quantity in the input side and with the same quantity at the output side. Okay.
Time invariance.
Okay. Somebody says time invariant. Any other answer?
So time invariant, sir.
Okay. So It's correct answer. Let me do in the board so that everybody can take. So input shift means if you shift the input by t minus k, then what will be the output? Output would be a into x t minus k plus b would be there. Okay, because we have to shift in input side. Here x is the input. Okay, so and a and b are the constant. That's why if we shift the t minus k at the input, in input side also it's t minus k. Okay, then in y, for if we shift the yt or output signal by t minus k, we have to look at the input side problem. So here t is there, here t is there. If we replace by t minus k, then output would be a x t minus k plus b. Okay, if you look equation 1 and 2, we can see that both the equation are similar. That's why the given system is time invariant. Okay, you try the fourth number problem, that is a little tricky. You try that. If you able to solve the fourth number problem, then your concept will be clear. Okay, you try that. That is the very important problem and also little tricky. Okay, let me see whether you can able to do or not. The fourth number problem, that is yt equal to t into xt.
Time variant, sir.
So time variant.
Time variant, yes. So can I proceed to next page? I think I can proceed. Okay, let me solve the fourth number. Yt equal to x t xt. Okay, somebody said this is time variant. Okay, how is time variant? Let me solve. Input, little tricky is there. Input shift. Okay, we have to shift in the input side only. Okay, for the system, if we shift the x by t minus k, then output will be what? Output would be t x t minus k. Okay, most of the students do or mistake, they replace this t also in this case. When you shift the input, we are shifting the input. That's why we have to shift at input side only, at x term only, not this t. Most of the students do the mistake here. Okay, at the when they are going to shift the input, they do shift at t this variable at t, but this is not the input at the first case. This is not the input. That's why we have to shift only this x term. This is the concept. Most of the students do mistake here. So let give it as one number. If we shift the output, with the same system and you give the output as the input but shifted version of the output. Okay, when you give the shifted version of the output as the input to the system, I have said that when you're going to shift the output, you have to look the problem. Okay, here t is there. Okay, here t is two side in two places. At the right hand side t is there. So when you replace this yt by t minus k, then at the right hand side also t minus k will come, x t minus k. Okay, and give it as a 2 number. So by looking 1 and 2, we can say these two are not equal. That's why the given system is time variant. I think it's clear. Any doubt? So can I proceed to next page? So after this, we have finished that time variant and time invariant. You can take some homework. Take some homework like yt equal to x square t. Okay, like yt equal to a into xt. Okay, and yt equal to e to the power xt. You just try whether you can do or not at home. This is the homework. So after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed linear and non-linear system, and time variant and time invariant system. Okay. So there are some system is there where those they shows the both the property of linearity and time invariant system. Okay. If some system shows the property of linear and time invariant, then those systems are called LTI system. LTI means linear time invariant systems. Okay. So what I have said, take as a note. So sometimes its definition may ask what is called LTI system. Write down the definition. The system who is satisfied both linear and time invariant, okay, time invariant conditions. Condition or property or principles is called LTI. LTI means linear time invariant system. Okay. So what is called then LTV system? Linear time variant system. As the system who satisfy linear and time variant conditions is called LTV systems. You write the second note as the system who is satisfy both linear and time variant property, principle, or condition is called LTV, linear time variant systems. Okay. Another thing you can take a fourth number homework as a 5 dxt by dt. Okay. You can take this as a problem. 5 dxt by dt is the fourth number problem. So a system who is satisfy both linear and time variant condition is called time variant systems. So such example, let me give as a 3 number note as the constant coefficient differential equation or difference equation are called LTI system. Okay. Constant coefficient differential equation or difference equation is called LTI system. Okay. For example, suppose 2d square dou square by dou square y by dt square minus 3 dou y by dt plus 5 dx by dt plus 6 t square x dt square equal to 0. Okay, this is one example of linear time invariant system. Okay, here you can see that constant coefficient. These are the coefficient 2, 3, 5, 6. This is the constant coefficient. That's why it's written as constant coefficient differential equation. This is a differential equation. Okay, then this if there is coefficients are constant, then this system is known as a LTI system. If somewhere t would be there, if somewhere 3t is given, then this system is not a LTI system. Okay, but the coefficient should be constant. So this is a LTI system. Let me give another example. 2y(n minus 2) plus 3y(n minus 1) plus 3xn equal to 0. This is LTI system. Okay. So what is this second one is the difference equation. Okay, in difference equation also this coefficient should be constant. If somewhere 3t is there, then those systems not a LTI system. So another we have to check, okay, in this equation whether there is some constant is there or not. Okay, some initialization is there or not. If in 0, if we write the 6, some constant term, okay, means we have to minus constant term with the equation. You can think like that also, or you can think this is a initialization condition. If something xt is 0, these are xt. Okay, so if 6 is there, then this system is not a LTI system. That's you should remember. Zero should be there. Can anybody say why I'm saying that if initialization is there, some constant term is plus or minus with the equation, then this system is not a linear? Can anybody say? Because I have given a problem yt equal to axt plus b. I have given when I discussed the linear and non-linear. I have solved this problem also, and we have seen that this system is a non-linear system. This is a non-linear system. How we can say by looking the equation that one initialization value is there. What is called initialization value? Means if xt equal to 0, the input equal to 0, then also we will get some output, that is b. Okay, b is taken as the initialization condition or initialization value. Okay, so that's why if in the equation if some constant term is plus or minus, then we think that is a initial value, and we directly can say that the system is a nonlinear system. Okay, so that's why I have said that if in the equation if some 6 plus is there or minus is there, some constant plus is there, minus is there, we can directly say that that is a not LTI system. So is it clear?